Hey there, folks. It's that beard with the glasses on top again. Here to give you the next part of my life story. Thrilling, I know. Don't worry, this next part isn't nearly as depressing as the first part. In fact, I find it quite amusing. See, in between last episode and my actually entering grade 1 was a complete lack of kindergarten. I did not go to kindergarten. I barely know what one is. That's kind of important to my life story because it kind of explains why when I went to grade 1, I was already socially behind all the other students. In a minor way, it's kind of my fault. See, when I arrived at the age of kindergarten, I'm guessing 4, 5, something like that, there was a problem. There was not enough seats at the kindergarten for the number of kids that needed kindergarten. So they had to figure out how to not give kindergarten to some children. So one day, I'm taken to what would eventually be my elementary school. It's Parkside Elementary, you saw yesterday, and given a test. Basically, there were these 3 people, 2 guys, 1 woman, who were there apparently to give me some kind of cognitive test. I have to remember that I have no experience of school, and, well, yeah, you'll see. So from my point of view, I'm told to go inside the elementary school, go to this classroom, go to, sit down. There's me and 5 or 6 other kids. They put a piece of paper in front of me with pictures on it. And this woman at the front of the class begins talking to us in a very weirdly overpronounced way. So already I'm wondering what is up with this. This woman says, "Draw a circle around the mirror." There, a circle around the mirror. But despite the fact that I'd already done it, now there's this schmuck behind me saying, "Now which one is the mirror? You know, the mirror, the thing that mommy looks into when she's doing her makeup." I did not take this even vaguely seriously. I'm impressed that I didn't just bust out laughing because this was ridiculous. This was the dumbest thing I'd ever experienced. These people were treating me like I was an idiot. Or, an actual child. The rest of it went similarly. And being only 4 or 5, I had not learned to conceal my general flippant attitude yet. I did nothing to hide my contempt, I guess you could say, for the exercise. Quite frankly, I was insulted. And so, when it came time to decide which kids could be left out of kindergarten, they said, "Well, this little smart ass definitely doesn't need kindergarten." So, I didn't get to go. Put me the last time my general smartass attitude probably hurt me, but in my defense I was 5. Yeah, I did not get to go to kindergarten. I got to spend another year with my babysitter Betty. I didn't know what kindergarten was really. I hadn't even really seen it on television. So I didn't know what I was missing. The tiny bit I knew about it made it look like I wouldn't particularly enjoy it. Because, I didn't play with toys. I wasn't particularly interested in the sandbox or Barbie or any of that. I just read whatever books they had, I guess. But, of course, now, from the point of view of a 52-year-old theoretical adult, I can see that it put me at a huge disadvantage because in a traditional education sense, what I needed was the socialization and learning to get along with others how to make friends and how to get along with the other kids and all that other good stuff. I can't guarantee that I would have learned that because I'm just weird from the beginning. I was a very strange child before I was ever assaulted. So I don't know for sure that kindergarten would have helped me, but I would at least have had some kind of a chance. Instead, I became the weirdo you know and love today. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.